How you doing, Mike here? So, just want to say that I love comments. I'm not the type of person that has, soft skin. I don't get all butthurt. I don't cry. I love all comments because it tells me, the type of people that watch the videos, or they look at the description and they wonder what it is, and then if they get butthurt, they get butthurt. If they don't, they don't. That's the thing about life. Is everybody has their own path, their own way. But the thing is I have learned that, you have your own way, you have your own path, and like what that person said is, opinions are like assholes. Everybody has one. But the thing is educated and smart people, you will never hear them say that. You know why? Because they're going to listen to your opinion. And then sometimes it could be a good opinion. Sometimes it could not be a good opinion. But a wise person is going to listen to everybody's opinion. And then if it's valid, then they'll be like, okay, you know what? You might have a point. Maybe even though I've been around the block and I've seen everything, maybe you learned something that I didn't. So let me see what you got, And if we test it out and it works great, then sure, But then if we test it out and it bombs, well, you know what? I listened to your opinion. You learned. I learned that what your opinion was about didn't work, and we move on. Now, if you come up to me and you tell me an opinion, and I'm hard-headed or ignorant, I'm gonna tell you, nah, man, you don't know what you're talking about. You keep your opinion to yourself. Well, that's somebody who isn't willing to open up their eyes and understand that, the farther down life you go and the more advanced society gets, just because you think that you know everything doesn't mean that you know everything. There's extremely wise and intelligent people that will tell you the exact same thing. And it also depends on where you live, because you may live on the East Coast and the way that they do things completely different than the West Coast, and completely different from the middle of the country, the north to south, But it's just, you gotta, everywhere you go, you gotta keep an open mind, and you always have to understand there might be something out there that can help you and benefit you as long as you're willing to listen and, open your ears.